and welcome to the Seahawkers podcast. I'm your host, Brandon Schultz, and this is From the Podium, post-game edition. Man, I am still flying high following that Seahawks 37-23 win over the Los Angeles Chargers. It was a statement win, and here were Pete Carroll's reflections on the game.
Well, I really liked this today. I liked the way we played. Thought you could feel us in all three phases. We were humming, and guys were running, hitting the way we want to. It was a really physical game, and it was good to see the offense be able to go down the field and put some points on the board, and the defense to slow them down. Other than the turnovers that screwed us up, we really had a really solid football game. You know, anytime we can go out and run the ball for a bundle, we had 160 or something, and take care of the football like Gino did, throwing it 20 for 27, really efficient stuff, and then play defense to complement that. We know that we're going to be good on teams, so it just fits together really well. To do it really 2 weeks in a row, a little bit, even we made more progress in this game. I think all around, it feels good to our guys. They can feel it. They can feel their defense. They can feel what they're doing and how they fit together. And it's this is what can happen, when you start moving. So we're really excited about it and looking forward to getting it going again next week.
One of the keys to the Seahawks' success was wide receiver Marquise Goodwin, who had 2 receiving touchdowns on the day.
I'm really excited for Marquise. He came to us kind of late and had a great camp with us, and then got kind of hampered a little bit, but showed great stuff. He's so explosive. I mean, I don't know how old he is, but he's still really, really fast, and it shows on the field, and he gives you a real boost, and you can see it. And he had a couple terrific touchdowns today. Had a nice catch last week as well. So he's, if DK's going to take a little bit to get back, he'll jump into, a role where we really will feel confident using him. He had a lot of fun playing today. It was really, it was exciting to see him help us out so much.
Here's Goodwin's second touchdown as we hear the call from Steve Rabel on the Seahawks radio network.
LA looks like they want to rush 4, and they do. Gino has time, steps up, he's going to let it fly down the near side. It's caught! Goodwin! Touchdown! Seahawks! What a beautiful throw by Gino! Over top of the defensive back, J.C. Jackson, who stays down on the ground from 23 out. Goodwin with his second touchdown reception of the game, and the Seahawks extend their lead to 23-14.
On the second touchdown, just remember Gino throwing the perfect ball, perfect call, perfect timing for everything. So, shouts out to everybody for being perfect.
Another perfect play, and perhaps the highlight of the game, Ken Walker's 74-yard touchdown run.
1st and 10, toss to Walker, goes right side, has a little running room. Parkinson out front. Here comes up the sideline. He's on the run, 40, down to the 30. Are they going to catch him? I don't think so. 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Seahawks, 74 yards. The Seahawks get the ball on downs. They toss it to Ken Walker III. He gets fired out of a Gatling gun, and he is gone up the right sidelines. 74, and nobody got a whiff, and he is in to stretch this lead. What a back. A great play call. The Seahawks now lead 36-16.
Oh, man. I was looking to see. Somebody was hollering about there might have been a flag or something, so I didn't get to enjoy it quite as much as I will. But the guys were nuts about it. It just looked so cool. I mean, he just came right to us. Really, I think it was Disley and Noah laid a great combination block to get the thing sprung, and out he went. I don't think that anybody touched him. He certainly has big play ability. You can see the speed that he has. It wasn't even in doubt, and it's really exciting to see that happen.
And here's what Walker saw on the play.
Yeah, so that was a toss, and that's, we try to get to the outside. And I saw tight ends had a great double team on the outside, and the line blocked who they were supposed to block. They had made it easier for me, to get around the edge. And then after that, we had another receiver blocking downfield, and it was just wide open. So, I just ran.
The rookie running back was informed that he clocked the fastest speed of any ball carrier this season on the play.
That's crazy. I think Chad told me after the game, but I didn't believe him. So I had to see it. I'll have to see that before, I get too excited.
Here's Seahawks safety Ryan Neal, and we'll get to his highlight play in a minute, but here's what he said about what it must be like trying to tackle Walker.
Shoot, hey, I don't got to tackle him, so you ask everybody else that. I'm glad I don't got to tackle that kid because that boy is special. Like I said, this whole rookie class is special, and K9 he's finding his footing. And, it's just one of those things. Hey, keep it going, kid, because we're going to need you for the long haul.
Neal became the first Seahawk not named Tariq Woolen to intercept a pass this season by picking off Herbert in this game.
3rd down and 7. Herbert drops back, looks, fires down the middle. Ball is intercepted. Ryan Neal with the pick, breaks a tackle across the 45, spins out to the 47-yard line. The Seahawks on defense. Talk about adding to what they did a week ago against Arizona. A pick this time off of Herbert, who hadn't thrown many, and the Seahawks are in business near midfield.
I checked the release of him, and then I got my eyes back to the quarterback and kept getting depth in my drop, kept squeezing to the hash, and, he was looking down the middle of the field. So I'm just, playing out the quarterback, and as soon as he pulled the pin, I just made a break on the ball.
Neal's play was emblematic of an improved Seahawks defensive performance, which Neal says was sparked by a players-only meeting that took place after the loss in New Orleans.
When I first got to Seattle in 19, we used to do it all the time. I think it was maybe on Fridays or something like that, but Bobby and KJ and them, B-Mac at the time, would call up the defense, and we would go through a couple plays and just talk talk things out how we see it and stuff like that so we can just be even, better on game day. So, we just started doing stuff like that again. Just meeting with each other and just getting an understanding, what I mean? So we just know how stuff works and just building that chemistry. Quandre Diggs, Jordan Brooks, a Big Al, all the OGs for sure. Of course, Jordan Brooks, he's a Mike backer, you know what I mean? And then guys like me, just wanted to get the stuff right, you know what I mean? Everybody's just kind of on one accord with it. So it's just, it's a team thing.
Another possible spark for this resurgence on defense was the return of pass rusher Bruce Irvin, the value of which Darrell Taylor spoke about in his presser.
I think it's great having him back because he plays the game at a high level. He's always has, and it's very, very critical for us to have him because we need vets. You know what I'm saying? And vets allow us to, we play through them and they play through us. You know what I'm saying? They might not be playing the same reps that they used to. He plays the run. He does it really well, and he can rush the passer. So I think having him in our room, in the field, just the leadership from him, it's been great. Just, getting the wisdom from him and everything like that. It's been great for us.
Taylor also had a huge play on the day, coming up with a strip sack and a fumble recovery, thanks to a fortuitous bounce on the strip.
From the 49. Herbert drops back again. The ball comes out. The ball is scooped up. The Seahawks have it. It's Taylor running down the far side. Knocked out of bounds at the 20-yard line. I couldn't tell from here whether the ball was just stripped away, whether he fumbled. The ball just reached out and knocked out of his hands, and Taylor picks it up. And another takeaway by the Seahawks. Chargers now have turned it over twice, and Seattle in great field position to try to score again.
That was beautiful. That was the first time it ever happened to me. Yeah. So it bounced right to me, and the football guy was on my side, so I appreciated it.
In more somber news, though, wide receiver DK Metcalf was carted off the field with a knee injury on Sunday. Here was Gino's reaction to what happened.
I actually didn't see it, but when I got the news, man, it was just heartbreaking. I know how hard he works. I know what he means to this team and to this offense, and he's one of my good friends as well. And so you hate to see a guy go down like that, especially he was doing so well, having a great year, almost a career year. And it sucks, man. It sucks for our team. It sucks for him. It sucks for our fans. But the reality is we got to keep going. And so guys have got to step up, and I expect that to happen.
Carroll also provided an update on right guard Phil Haynes and special team captain Nick Bellore's injury status after the game.
Both those guys were checked out for concussions. So I don't know what to tell you, but other than that, they're kept out. Let me say this. There was Philip was designated to be taken out from upstairs, which was great because we didn't see the hit, but they saw it. We did at the time. We didn't know what they were doing because he played another play after that, and I think he played another play, and that might not be right, but they told us, that's awesome because they brought him out. He did need to be taken out of the game, so that's the system working for you, and it's a great job by the people in the booth.
And here was Monday's update on DK Metcalf from Pete Carroll.
I don't know that about when he can get back. I don't really even have a clue on that one. But I know he's really anxious to try to make his way back, and he's in his mind he wants to try to practice Wednesday. And I don't know if that's even possible. But he's still pretty sore today, and he's but his attitude, because there's no immediate process to go through as far as surgeries and stuff like that. They got to see how he responds to the treatment and see what happens. I'm sorry, I don't have any more specific for you, and that's why I'm being really vague.
With the unknown time frame of when DK might return, Carroll was asked if the team will need to go out and acquire a new receiver.
Well, we're looking at everything. There's a lot of unknown right now about a situation, so we have to be open to possibilities of whatever. I know John's on it. We've talked about it some already, but we're going with our guys. That's what we're counting on, and we're going to count on these guys to come through and do a good job.
Statistical leaders from the game included quarterback Geno Smith going 20 for 27, 210 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did have the 1 interception. Ken Walker carried the ball 23 times for 168 yards, 2 touchdowns on the day. Also 2 touchdowns going to Marquise Goodwin on 4 catches for 67 yards. Tyler Lockett led the team in receptions, 7 catches, 45 yards for him. On the defensive side of the ball, Ryan Neal, 7 tackles on the day, 4 passes defensed. One of those was that interception. And pass rusher Uchenna Nwosu, 5 tackles, 2 quarterback hits on the day. That's going to do it for this show. Thanks to Wilson Kahn for helping to produce this episode. Follow him out on Twitter at Wilson_Kahn, CONN. Follow me out on Twitter at SeahawkersPod. And if you are following out on Twitter, you probably saw that we went live with this week's episode of 3 In, 3 Out. Look for that in your feed a little bit later on today. Had a fun time with Clinton Bonner and the flock tuning into that. All the people who submitted their ins and their outs, a big From the Flock section to celebrate this week's win. So a lot more to talk about throughout the week. Hope you'll stay tuned. Subscribe to the show, Seahawkerspodcast.com/subscribe. And be sure you're following along on YouTube. Hit the notification bell. That way you'll know when we go live there. And so until next time, go Hawks.